Welcome back to another video here, and this is going to be a short one, but we're just going to be looking at React developer tools. So this is a nice little Chrome extension that helps you visualize your React component hierarchies under the hood, and it helps you with like debugging and visualizing kind of the functionality of your app as you go. So it's going to let you inspect the different components and see kind of how everything's working. But I think a better way to go about this is just to show you. So come over to the Chrome Web Store, and you are going to want to download this extension. So I already have it, but otherwise, if you do not have it, go ahead and search that and download it. And otherwise, I will have a link in the description. Okay, so once you have that, let's come back over, and I'm just going to show you what I have right here. So this is just a makeshift app, pretty basic. I have a components library with two components. I have a counter and a second counter, so pretty contrived, but hopefully it works for our purposes. So I have imported these into the app.js. I have my counter, and then I am importing my second counter here into my first counter here. And basically it's just your typical counter. And then I am passing down to the second counter the first counter's count, and that's going to be passed down as props, as you can see here. I'm destructuring the count number that's being passed down as props, and then I've just added a use effect just to have another hook in there, but not a huge purpose behind any of that. So we have this going, but this is just to show you a simple setup. No need to really go through and write all this down. So once you have that there, let's come over and just take a look at what we got. So if you have installed the app extension, it should be up here in your bar right here. This is kind of what it looks like. And this is our counter. So we can subtract, we can add, and it's just passing down the same count to the second counter. And then in the second counter, we can add, and it won't affect the first one. But that doesn't really matter too much. So we're going to inspect the element here. And then if we come in here, let's make this a little bigger. Okay, so if we come in here, we're going to see we have these two items here. So we have a components and a profiler. So we're going to first go through the components and show you what that does. So it's going to show you your component tree basically. So it's going to be nested because we have everything in our app. So we can check this out, and we see there's no new props, no state in our app. And then we can come down and we can look at the counter itself. And you can see we have one item of state here. And if we click add, you can see that it displays the state that we have here. And again, we don't have any props in that, so that won't show anything. So that's good. And then we can come down and kind of traverse the tree here, the component tree. And we can see now we have some props in the second counter, like I showed you. And then again, we can change these numbers around, and it will affect the props and the state here, as we see. So it shows you this in real time, which can be super helpful with debugging, but just seeing under the hood how your app is working. So I think that is helpful. So that's basically all you need to know. All right, so that's basically all you need to know for this components tab right here. Now this can be just super helpful. Instead of kind of writing console.log everywhere, writing, adding debuggers or whatnot, I find it can be pretty useful. Now this second profiler tab right here, we can actually gonna do a recording, and it'll show the times, the speeds, how everything's working. So let's just test this out real quick. So we'll press record, and it'll start recording, and then we can add things here, do different things, and it will record all of these. And then once we press stop here, now we can see, and there's various tabs here, but it's going to visualize how long things took and how things were working. So this is the flame graph chart. So it shows up here too that we had 15 different interactions, and if we click these, that each one of those would be an interaction. So it goes through, and then this tiny little chart up here, we can kind of scroll through, and we can see the different actions that took place and the times that it took for them to work. So this one can just be kind of nice just to show you how efficient your app's running and the times it's taking to perform certain interactions. But yeah, I think that's about it. So hopefully that gets you started with the React Dev tools. I would definitely suggest downloading these if you are a React developer or looking to do React stuff in the future. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.